tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Ravens going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's head on down to Miami, and we'll hand it over to the two men calling our game. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Today, two AFC teams set to do battle as we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Little motion now from the tight end. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill finding time. And he's got him. It's the tight end Cameron. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
You have to cut me off because, you know, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. He's got time in the pocket. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Arian Foster punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. And now we've got a stoppage and a timeout here called by the defense. It's their first of this first half as they look to regroup and hopefully stop the two-point conversion coming up. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's Justin Forsett, his first carry. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Time to meet the offensive starters, and time for us to introduce you. You already know him, but Justin Forsett.
His face goes on the poster of those who just need an opportunity. A backup for much of his career. Once he received the chance to be a #1 runner, he's taken it and moved on fast.
They stay on the ground. Forsett again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Forsett, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Second down, Flacco now. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 2nd and goal to go now. On the ground, Forsett. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Good luck trying to get your running.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justin Forsett taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. And he knocks it through. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Off play action, Tannehill. Deep drop. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now Flacco going to give to his fullback, Juszczyk. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
And Dominican Sue's second tackle for loss on the game. Strength is the number one thing you think of with him. But let's not underestimate his hands. You know, it's almost like he goes for martial arts practice. I'm not sure that he does, but it's like he does that. It's so strong, so heavy, that he's able to get people off of him and go make plays.
Now I'm just picturing him doing martial arts.
I'm not sure he needs it to get done when he gets done. He is just so strong.
So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner. Except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll get 19 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Tannehill on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. This past weekend around the league, we sure did have a lot of drama. The kicking game certainly loomed large. You had both Carolina and Arizona missing field goals that could have won them the game.
And isn't it time we quit making jokes about the kickers, because we see how important they are? These were vital kicks that could have changed ball games. Graham Gano on Thursday night in Denver, 50-yarder to win it, makes the first one when he dunked it off the upright, but they iced him. They called the timeout, and he hooked the next one and missed it. Okay, and New Orleans, 61-yard attempt, had enough leg, just missed it wide. And then, boy, Arizona and New England, 47-yard attempt. The timing was thrown off with a low snap, and he misses the kick. How close are they all to actually winning those games?
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to to the air. Tannehill on second down. He's got time. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Second and 10. Tannehill once more. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. His tight end, Jordan Cameron, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing again is Tannehill. And that's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And this is caught. He hits Landry. It's a pickup of 17 there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Cameron, the man in motion. To the air again, Tannehill. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. And this seemingly endless drive continues. And now a sneak, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in a nickel on 3rd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Ryan Tannehill taking it in. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
And they will line up now for the two-point try. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Mario Williams in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Flacco fakes the give. Set now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. Down goes Joe Flacco in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill surveying the field. Going deep here for Parker. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to let it go again. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They send Stills in motion. First and goal from the 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Arian Foster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So they're going to go for 2.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Zebra.
Tannehill going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The drive begins with a run by Forsett. And he's brought down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And a big tight end shifting around. Now a handoff left. It's Forsett. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. Now Flacco. And it's brought in by Pitta.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And hauled in by Pitta. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're going to speed things up here. Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, Flacco. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Foster alone in the backfield. Here's Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Let's transition here and go week 1 storylines. I'll give you one. You give me one. For me watching the AFC East, Tom Brady out, Garoppolo in. People were curious what would happen. Well, guess what? The Patriots did their thing. They won. But the other 3 teams in the AFC East all lost. Only week 1, but it's just looking like the same old division.
Feels very familiar, doesn't it, in the AFC East? Well, let's go to the AFC North. Cincinnati, which has been dominating that division in recent years. Disappointing end to their season last year in the playoffs against Pittsburgh. A lot of people wondered, how would they come out of the gate this year? They told us that they were putting it behind them. They certainly appeared that way. A huge win on the road, week 1 at the New York Jets, who are going to be a contender for a playoff spot.
Finding time. Looking deep down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. He sets to fire deep. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Third down, still 14 yards left. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Third and long, it's Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On first down, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. They send Parker in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Here we go. I got 29. Hey, wide, 20. Dagger. Zebra.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Let's switch gears for a second with a tough league-wide news that obviously many people are talking about. Robert Griffin III, who's had injury struggles in his young career, and he's got another big one to deal with now.
And he battled through them, got another opportunity in Cleveland with head coach Hugh Jackson, became the starter in August in preseason, and in the season opener gets hurt again and goes on IR. So I believe he's eligible to come back after 8 games if his rehab goes well.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. So the D-line's going to spread out. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. 3rd down. Flacco needs a deep. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell.
I'll tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Foster alone in the backfield. The tight end changing his position. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
3 down. Set, blue, 10. Motion.
3rd and goal now, so some urgency. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Arian Foster punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he has the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, he's got him in the lead. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Again, this is Forsett. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A running play now for Forsett. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This is West. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now that run is one to build on, and I know it sounds like a cliche and it seems like a simple thing, but truthfully, coaches are always looking for something to pull out of a tough day. And right now, this team has had one of those. So that run there, I guarantee you that's a clip and save as they move forward and look towards the next game. And he'll tell his team, this is what we're looking for. This is what we planned for. Let's have more of this to start games as opposed to getting it at the end.
And quickly, they get to the line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now Flacco going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Flacco looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Forsett. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, he won't get the touchdown.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Forsett, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens get a bit closer. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown Looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Tannehill now on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jordan Cameron is tight end, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And that one good for 60. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Fresh set of downs here. They send Parker in motion left. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
To throw is Tannehill, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing now, Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. A solid gain of 15 yards and the stick's move. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They send Stills in motion. Tannehill now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a first down throw. Tannehill backing up. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Foster alone in the backfield. Here's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss.
This week, now you have to absorb a loss and find.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.